Why have you called upon me? Is it because you are not at peace? What do you need for me to do? You want to honor a past that won't be silenced. Then you must invoke the voices of remembrance, their right to be remembered. Take water to the wounds that want to be soothed. Take fire to the eyes that are asking to be awakened. Ask the sweeping wind to awaken the voices ready to speak. Ask the earth to ground their stories. Why have you called me here? You want to create a future that reflects the full history of our past. To do that, you need to unearth the buried and forgotten histories and herstories, the ones that have not been laid to rest. What stories lie beyond the artifacts, the archives, and the images? What voices are pushing through to be heard? We know the first Sephardi Jews arrived in the Netherlands around 1600 from Portugal, Spain, Italy, North Africa, and the Ottoman Empire. Many descendants of families who had been expelled from the Iberian Peninsula, bringing their servants with them. Relocating from Amsterdam, many families moved to the Dutch colonies, including Brazil, New Netherland, Suriname, Curaçao, and Indonesia. For centuries, it was a lucrative business, trading in enslaved people who were treated as commodities, such as sugar, tobacco, coffee, and cacao.
Tell them how we fought. Tell them how we organized, burn their crops, let the cattle loose. While they were in church on Sunday, burn their crops, let the cattle loose. While they were eating Sunday lunch, burn their crops, let the cattle loose.
Hear her now, she's calling us. From the ground up, till the red sky drops, till their hearts are hit, and their minds are shocked, till their names are known, and their crimes are stopped, till the windows to the past are shattered by rocks.
You have called me here to listen to the voices of the people that lived here in Amsterdam, known as the Black community of the 17th century. They came from places like Brazil, Angola, Sao Tome, Cabo Verde, Indonesia, and Ghana. But what do we know about their lived experiences? Baptismal and marriage registers and 17th century notarial deeds show they were a tightly linked community. 1632, Yogo from Angola, Catarina Antoine, Christopher Capitano, and Francisco from Angola all went to the notary to make their wills and named each other their beneficiaries. And Francesca, she was a free Black woman that lived here in this neighborhood. What's her story? The story that's not recorded in notarial deeds. She was a community organizer, an activist, and a matchmaker. 1632, it's Easter Sunday. She's in a fight in front of the house of Manuel de Campos, a sugar trader. Rocks were thrown, sticks were waved. But what actually happened? What triggered her act of resistance? We may never know. But what we do know is Francesca's voice was never silent. Esther, Angelic, Dinah, Francisco, Sarah, Abraham, Judas, Susanna, Luido, Emmanuel, Christopher, Sarafina, Christina, Antonio, Geronimo, Joshua.
Under this green grass, this was the place where you were seen last. Time covered your grave, buried you in the past. We are here now, making your memory at long last. At long last, 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 at long last.
How do we tell impossible stories? Stories of women, children, and men, bearing the names that deface and disfigure. Stories exchanged between captives that were never recorded in the archives. Their appeals, prayers, and secrets, never uttered because no one was there to receive them. The irreparable violence of slavery lives precisely in the stories that we cannot know, that may never be recovered. This is the afterlife of slavery, a past that has yet to be fulfilled, and the ongoing state of emergency in which Black life remains in peril.
They won't let me die. 368 years in the soil, and still they won't let me die.
I've been standing in a pot for over 100 years. I only see the sun through this opaque roof.
I have no trunk. It dried out and crumbled some years ago, but my pears are still sweet.
I miss the singe of a zennia's sun on my leaves, the slow, deep stretch of my roots in soil.
3 of my branches took root. Then the humans came and propped them up on stilts.
No one buries my pith in the earth, then grinds it to make bread. I miss the feel of fingers on my trunk.
I have forgotten the warmth of your voice. Do you remember when it is, they said, we will wake again?
Do you remember when it is, they said we will rest again?
Meeting barbulette de mi sanger. Meeting barbulette de mi sanger. When the butterfly speaks, when the butterfly speaks, when the butterfly speaks. Ora e barbulette papia, ora e barbulette papia. When the butterfly speaks, however small that sound might be, however long it might take, however hidden that place might be, when the butterfly speaks, ora e barbulette papia, meeting barbulette de mi sanger. When the butterfly speaks, it will be heard.
Wanneer de bubbel knapt, is er ruimte om te groeien.
Moeten we meemaken, zelf dragen, mond gesnoerd, niet kunnen ademen, huilende baarmoeders achtergelaten. Jij leefsteling. Ik leefsteling.
Wij weten van niks als we denken de waarheid te kennen. Als we denken de waarheid te hebben. Wat zijn de feiten als niemand ze hoort? Stenen dragers zingen verhalen over de menigte. Wanneer de bubbel knapt.
In de ruimte die we innemen, vergeten we vaak in de spiegel. Kijk hoe gemakkelijk we zitten. Wat als je ziet dat je niets van de ruimte kent?
Herken je nog steeds de glorie in de straatnamen? Ogen branden nog in zielen. Wat toen anders was en nu nog anders is. Wie zijn de eigenaar van de tijd?
Nefes.
You can hear our voices in Camisa. The running water sings our stories, just as it holds our lost buttons, coins and broken cups. With each piece taken, the stream remembers one of our names. Here, we wash more than collars and blouses. Cufflinks fall into the water with our tears and our laughter, our songs and our secrets. Today, the water takes Sabina's tears. We take the blouse from her hands, then take her wrists gently in ours, walk her to the waboom, and sit her down. Sabina's sobs stream through her chest. We sing as we wash, harmonies hum through hemlines and cuffs. We stretch, our voices in a slow song to wash Sabina's sorrow away. We make the rhythm with our hands as they slap and ring, beat and plunge on the flat rocks in the stream's unending flow. We sing until Sabina sleeps. We keep washing.
The water holds many stories. The oceans and seas are central characters in these histories and herstories, and speak to what happened on land. The water is a site of remembrance and of resistance. 1766, 20th January, Madagascar. The Dutch East India Company captured over 150 Malagasy, including women and children, and transported them on the Meerman for the colony at Cape Town. Fearful the enslaved would die in the overcrowded cargo hold, the ship's captain ordered some of them unchained and allowed on deck. 5 captives were ordered to clean several assegai and other weapons. Led by Musavana and Kusai, the armed Malagasy warriors killed half the crew, stabbing them to death or tossing them overboard. Severely wounding the captain, they took control of the ship. Once they realized they could not sail the ship on their own, the Malagasy allowed several Dutch crew members on deck to guide them back to Madagascar. By day, the crew steered in the general direction of the island, but at night, they set course for the coast of South Africa. The ship was grounded on a sandbank in Straus Bay, southeast of Cape Town, where the 2 oceans meet. The Malagasy sent a search party ashore to verify if they were really back in Madagascar. They were ambushed by a group of militia farmers. The trickery of the surviving crew led to the warriors' recapture. The mutiny leaders, Musavana and Kasai, were imprisoned on Robben Island. Musavana died 2 years later, on 20th December 1769. Kasai survived there another 20 years. They are heroes who are willing to fight and die for their freedom. We must remember the undeniable importance of the ongoing revolts on board ships, uprisings on land, and the countless individual acts of resistance.
Ik wil je vragen los te laten. Luister naar de verhalen die de wind mee en weer tegen doen waaien.
Wij samen. Wij weten van alles met blinde vlekken. Maar wat weten wij van de grote lijn? Wie durven wij niet te zien?
Wie durf jij niet te zien? Wat vertellen de ongeopende brieven over degene die ze ongeopend heeft gelaten?
Bebloed, verbloemd, verstrooid, vervaagd, beklad, bestraft.
Wie durf jij niet te zien?
Wie durven wij niet te zien? Ongelijkwaardig zijn de wegen die leiden naar de waarheid.
Wat leeft in waarde? Hoe licht is de aarde?
Hoeveel van wat werd begraven moeten wij nog dragen? Nefes.
Nefes.
So many bodies buried in, so many bodies buried in. Too many pirates, too many. Too many pirates, too many. So many bodies buried in time. Too many pirates, too many crimes. We give pain to love. Yes, we rise above. So many bodies buried in time. Too many pirates, too many crimes. We give pain to love. Yes, we rise above. So many bodies buried in. So many bodies buried in. Too many pirates, too many. Too many pirates, too many. So many bodies buried in. So many bodies buried in. Too many pirates, too many. Too many pirates, too many. So many bodies buried in time. Too many pirates, too many crimes. We give pain to love. Yes, we rise above. So many bodies buried in time. You count time. We celebrate the birth of new stars in the night sky. Way before El Wazin got the third star in her belt. Remembering is reconstructing the foundations of my family that are baked into the clay of this land and present in this body. This body is not a box, built to be carried by someone who thinks it is empty. The space in between my heart and my soul is an endless gallery filled with the art of my humanity in harmony with the living. We make waves with our feet at Wurikwajo. No more silence. Our voices in our tears. Receiving the not knowing. The transparent is a comfort. Our bodies hold stories that want to be told. We are exactly where need be, collecting the elements of change. If your glory is connected to violence, do not repeat. Our voices, transparent in our tears, seeking transformation to set us free.
Again, I call upon you to honor the past that will no longer be silent, to invoke the voices of remembrance, their right to be remembered. Take water to the wounds that want to be soothed. Take fire to the eyes that are asking to be awakened. Ask the sweeping wind to awaken the voices ready to speak, and ask the earth to ground these stories. Our journey is not over, nor is it just beginning. What are we willing to do, to give up? How do we challenge thinking that is rooted in the old, to rethink, to rebuild, and reimagine the future? Do you now understand that our histories are bound together? We continue to travel on the edge of the uncomfortable. Keep listening for the voices from the past. Hear them now. They are calling. Will you listen?
Mia te ne bota llora, pere fe bon polanta mas. Mia te ne bota llora, lágrima mane ballena, trasi wowo compo aguanta mas. Mia te ne bota llora, pide Dios duna tempo paz. Mia te ne bota llora, busca Bible bom po haya. Wag de mo alma bota queda clar. Mia te ne bota llora, cria força bom queda atrás. Mia te ne bota llora, tra duro quebra lomba. Dios aprieta enta roga mais.